Hi folks, here we are at Paramount Ranch. I'm Mayor Harry Schwartz of the city of Agoura Hills, and we are here at this historical site. There are a lot of people in the film industry who live in Agoura Hills, and so I thought it was very appropriate to talk about the film history of this whole area. It was built in the 1920s, and there were just literally hundreds of films done in and around this area, and there still are. You've had the likes of Hopalong Cassidy and Roy Rogers and the singing cowboy Gene Autry and John Wayne. So it's actually a living monument. People are still using it, still using it to do film here, and in a way take us back in time to Western history. I'm also going to be taking you to some of those wonderful parks and recreation areas in the city of Agoura Hills. They're wonderful places, they're family places, places we have movies in the park, and we have cinema in the park, which is one of my favorite things to do. We have the Reyes Adobe. So I'm going to be taking you on a journey, and I hope you enjoy the journey.
My name is Nick Van Dyke. I'm an over-the-hill actor.
Papa, don't you blow your top,
Ain't no use in diving. And this is a big book fair, which is happening, I guess, all over the country. And I wrote a book just recently, and they've been nice enough to let me come and talk about it a little bit. It's called Keep Moving. People my age, it's advice on how to avoid circling the drain. And this great hall where we're going to sing tonight, what's so encouraging is I understand there's a sellout crowd, big crowd. They keep saying people don't read books anymore. But this means that somebody reads books. I know Agoura pretty well because my son, Barry, has lived here for many, many years. And we've had kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids come out of this town. Well, I think everybody's a storyteller. Everybody's got a story to tell. Knowing how to do it on film is a little bit different.
Mr. Mayor, just to update you on the business community, how we're doing in Agoura Hills. The economy is starting to pick up. Things are starting to look a little bit better. As you can see, the office component in the city is starting to fill back up. Our vacancy rates are going down. I think there's a lot of hope out there, and new businesses kind of sprouting. You've seen we brought in the Los Angeles Rams corporate. We had to work a deal to make that happen, and I think that's a good thing for the community. And Agoura Village is starting to come about. We've got a couple applications in. I really start to see that organically kind of growing there. And I think that's good for the community and the business community. We're really working. You know, we've got a hotel project that just got approved, the Marriott. They're coming into town, and they'll be joining our tourism improvement district. And I think that's really good for us. I think it's something that's going to be a long-lasting mainstay in the community.
You know, I've lived here since 1987. I've seen our city really grow and bloom, especially in the retail sectors of our city. And I think our restaurants are wonderful. All of our businesses seem to be doing fairly well.
We've had a lot of large industrial firms come in, manufacturing firms, software firms, and so we're really the big little city, I think. Welcome to the wonderful Reyes Adobe. This is a historical site of significance in the city of Agoura Hills and around this area in the Conejo Valley. It was built in the 1850s and it is the perfect setting for many parties that we have here, and especially tonight, we're having movies in the park. We have all kinds of films, mostly family films, which I love, and tonight we're showing Jim Henson's film, The Labyrinth, which I think is one of his best films that he's ever created. It's one of David Bowie's finest films, great music in it, and just a wonderful opportunity to see Jim Henson and his creativity and have a wonderful night here at the Adobe. It's a terrific setting for families and friends and kids. What I love about the fact that we're showing films here in this city, in this environment, is the history of film in Agoura Hills, which is extensive. This at one time, this whole area was called Picture City. And in the 20s, there were silent films done here. A lot of Westerns were done here. In the 30s, there were a lot of Westerns done here by Republic Pictures and others. And as time went on in the 50s and 60s, there was the gunfight at the OK Corral. Gunsmoke was filmed here in the early 50s, one of the longest running TV series ever. You had Chips that was filmed here. Where you had Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, was one of the things, the last series for TV that was filmed there. Just recently, Sir Anthony Hopkins was here, and they're doing a mini-series for TV called Westworld, based on the movie Westworld. It's important to understand your heritage and how a city was formed and what was here before the city was formed. And I think history is a big part of culture, and it's important that we understand what happened before the reason of the city here. And what was here was a huge part of the film industry, especially the Western. So it's important to understand where we were before we became incorporated in 1982. The other reason I love this setting is because these films are for families. we in the city and the city council and the recreational staff want people to bring their families and have group outings. We have concerts in the park, we have movies in the park, and we want families to bond, to get together, to have fun together. So I just want to conclude by thanking the City Council and thanking Amy Brink and Nick Newkirk and Zach Miller, all who have done incredible work on this venue and this project. And I think it's going to be a wonderful night, and I hope everyone out there is enjoying their lunch while they're watching this. And now we're going to go and I'm going to go and enjoy a very good movie.